If you're the sort of person that sits on the balcony of your harbourside mansion and goes, you know what, this is a bit of a dump, I think I need something flasher, well, this could be the car for you. This is Audi's new R8, but it's not the V8 version, it's not even the V10, it's the V10 Plus. This is the most powerful road car, production road car, that Audi's ever made. In fact, without going to one of their customer race cars, their LMS cars, this is it. This is the pinnacle of Audi performance. And believe me, it really works. It's 50 kilograms lighter than a standard R8 V10, but it's $40,000 more. And really what you're paying for is the extra horsepower, the ceramic brakes, the improved seats, the better suspension. If you're not going to use it on a track, as a track day car on weekends, you're probably wasting your money, because this thing is such a focused car. It's not a bad road car, but it is a sensational track car. It feels quite short in the wheelbase, which makes it turn in very well, and the steering that feels actually quite nice on the street is really pointy on the racetrack. In fact, by the time you've even thought about turning left or right, the car's done it. It's got the best of everything, and at $408,000, it'd want to have the best of everything, let's face it. But really, you can see where the money has gone, in as much as all supercars are overpriced, let's be honest. But at least you can see here where they've taken the time to lighten the car and make it a little bit, just a little bit more special. And that's what I was saying about the harbourside mansion. You know, really, this is about as good as it gets. One of the big improvements over the old R8 V10 is a new gearbox. It's now a double clutch unit, which means you still don't get a clutch pedal, but the gearbox is much smoother shifting. It's much more precise, and it now has 7 gears. I'll just wind this out. You listen to this. What a noise. One of the things I've always liked about Audis is that they're actually quite intelligent cars to sit in. This one's no different. The ergonomics are beautiful. You get the feeling that you're in a little cockpit. It's very, very cozy. The seats are tremendous, really good, really supportive. I guess the only thing that's missing is a racing harness. There would be very, very few road-based registered cars that could stay with this thing on a racetrack. That V10 engine is something else. I mean, I'm sure you can hear it, and I just wish you could feel the urge that this thing produces when you put your foot down. It is a phenomenon, and it's so smooth. This is actually also the last normally aspirated, or the last non-turbo Audi that they produce, and in fact the next generation of this car will doubtless go turbo, probably V8, maybe V10, but it'll certainly get turbochargers, and that's the way the world's going. Smaller capacity, turbocharged engines, as a way of making sure that the car still feels good to drive but saves fuel. So in a way, this car is, I mean, dinosaur's a harsh word, but it is the last of the line. It's the last big capacity, normally aspirated Audi you're likely to drive. And I tell you what, if you had one of these in the garage, you'd think about looking after it and keeping it long term, because I think, you know, this could be a bit of a classic model, a bit of a collectible in the fullness of time. I think people are going to remember this car very fondly. Even rolling along at low speeds like this as I'm heading back into the pits, you get a sense of how special this car is. And I mean, ceramic brakes, only a handful of production cars in the world have ceramic brakes. This is one of them. They're a special design too. They're expensive to replace, but if you're going for that nth degree performance, that's the sort of level you have to go to. And this car just reeks of that sort of attention to detail. It really is lovely. And at the same time, wow, it's leather everything. It's a beautifully made thing, and it'd be beautiful to live with, I think, I'm sure.